Hi friends, I wanted to talk about the importance of sandwiching. You know, when I say sandwiching, it means that sometimes, parents tell me that my child doesn't want to write. And I ask questions like, can he scribble? They say, yeah, he can scribble and he can scribble very well. He doesn't need help for scribbling. Then I say, can he color in a square or a circle? They say, no, he can't color within that particular area. He will scribble anywhere. Then I ask them, does he do writing? Will he join, dot to dot? No, he doesn't know where to start and where to stop. So this is how I get to know what is the child's level. So if I gave you this example, it's very clear that this particular child who I'm talking about is still learning scribbling. He's learning using this shoulder, like a big thing that the child wants to do, big strokes, big strokes. Yeah, that's what he wants to do. So if I make him do on a paper, like this, which is a very small little thing, it is difficult for a child. He needs a lot of practice with a lot of shoulder related tasks. So with this particular example that I'm talking about. So if writing is difficult for a child, one, I will check where is the child. Am I doing an activity that is too difficult for a child? That is one. Second thing that I take care is, am I doing all difficult activities together? So suppose my son, if he doesn't like social studies, civics, where there's a lot of matter that is to be read, and he love maths. So what I would do is, I will do social studies, I would do maths first, then I would do social studies, and I'll end again with maths. That's called sandwiching. So I'm doing the task that the child doesn't like in between two activities that he likes. So this child, in the one that I'm talking about, if he doesn't like writing and if he likes puzzles, he loves blocks. So I will do puzzles and then I will do a little bit of writing and then I'll end with blocks. So I'm starting with something that the child loves to do very well, and I'm ending with something that the child loves and he feels successful, he feels great about it. So this is one very important thing that you can do while you're working on a task which the child is just learning. So we are sandwiching the task. Okay, that is one. We are also doing an analysis to understand if that task is too difficult for a child. If it is too difficult, we go down. We go down. Like as I told you, if the child is still at a level where he wants to scribble big, and I'm wanting him to write, smaller strokes, maybe he's not developmentally ready and he needs more practice doing those bigger movements. So I do a task analysis, that is one. I do sandwiching, easy, difficult, easy. So that's how we do the task. So these are few things that we can do, and while the child is doing the difficult task, it is difficult for a child. He's as it is not motivated to do that task. And in that, if I say, write properly, what are you doing? This is not written well. His motivation or his interest to do the task will diminish even more. So I feel it's really important that when the child is doing a task that he doesn't like to do, I appreciate him. I appreciate, so if this particular child that I spoke about is learning to maybe join dots and he's not happy doing it, I would be like, wow, I'm not saying I give wrong, what you say, I don't fake praise, but I give a honest praise. So I'm like, wow, you're holding a crayon. I see you're trying to write. Lovely. This is good. The line is nice. Can we make another line? Or, so what I'm trying to convey is, I don't say, what are you doing? This line is not good. Start properly. Don't you understand? So I'm not going to get into all of it. What I'm going to get into is praising the child, teaching the child that what he's doing is amazing, and it needs more work, it needs more fine tuning, it needs more what you say, practice. Okay, so my aim to convey through this video is, if your child is not cooperating, if he's not happy sitting for a task, then you could use these three things. One, sandwich tasks. Two, do a task analysis, understand why is he not able to do it, what is it that I can do? How can I break the task? What is the simpler level of the task that I'm doing presently with my child? And the third thing that I consider is, while the child is engaging in those tasks which are really difficult for him, I ensure that I praise him, I appreciate his efforts, even if the task is not done the way it is meant to be done, not 100%. He's not mastered it, but I praise and I appreciate that he's trying to do something which is difficult. Another thing that I wanted to also mention is that just as we sandwich easy and difficult tasks, it is also important to ensure that you're doing a sitting task and a moving task. Movement is very important. It really helps a child. So if I do a sitting task where the child is writing, say for 5 minutes or 7 minutes, then I ensure that the next task is again not a sitting task. If the child loves puzzles, wonderful, let him do a sitting task. If the child loves puzzles, amazing, let him do, and let him sit and do puzzles or blocks or whatever. But if the child doesn't like that, then you ensure that you can also do, say, writing, and then let the child jump or bounce on a therapy ball, let the child jump on a trampoline, let the child just run around and come back, or just move around, look out of the window and come back. So even that would help. So alternate between a sitting task and a moving task. That's another thing that you can try. Let me know if these techniques are helping your child to sit and focus. And if it is not helping, put it in the comments. I will give you more ways on how to make your child sit and do tasks which are very difficult for him. Thank you.